All right, bird nerds, how we doing today? We're Saturday out cleaning the bird shed. Just wanted to throw you guys out a video real quick while right before I get to cleaning and give you an update. We've made a few changes on some of the birds, where they're at, and breeding, so we'll get you guys up to date on there. And I've had several people asking questions, what all am I breeding? So we'll kind of walk you through the whole aviary and the cages, the breeding cages, let you guys know, which birds are breeding, where I have what changes I've made. I've had a few questions and comments that have been put in asking about certain breeds, so we'll try and answer those questions later on down in the video. So hopefully, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, let's take a minute, click it right now. Let's get those subscriptions going up. If you guys like finches, canaries, we've got borks, cockatiels. So we've got a wide range and variety of birds: zebra finches, parrot finches, cutthroats, star finches, Goldians. I mean, we've got a large selection of different breeds here that we have here at the Bird Nerd Shed. So if you guys are interested in that, like seeing those videos, want to be educated on the health and care, maintenance, breeding, all of that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, guys. It's simple. Click it. Cha-ching. Sweet. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna first I'll walk you guys through some of the changes we made. I have had some people ask for me to put some links in of the products that I've used. So if you guys saw my previous video, I put most of my nest boxes and nesting material that I use, I put those links down in there. Most of it I just get off of Amazon, to be honest with you guys. And then I'll drop the links of all of my greenery that I use for the birds, kind of the backdrops and stuff like that. I'll put those links at the bottom of this video, so you guys can go and see where I got those at and get some of those if you would like. So first, let's get kicked off and started here with the birds here, some of the changes that we did. So I did make some changes with the birds here, and you guys have to excuse me, some of these cages are still dirty. I am in the middle of cleaning, but I figured we'll I get this video out of the way, and then we can finish cleaning after. So originally I had 2 pairs of Golden finches here, and then I had this cage split between 2 pairs of society finches. So what I've done, I took my 2 pairs of Golden finches out. They weren't, there wasn't too much activity. My females are in condition. My one male up here was in condition, and then my male down here, he was coming into condition, so they're a little bit slower. So I actually ended up taking both those pairs out, and I put 1 pair in here with my rosy borks, and I put 1 pair in here with the parrot finches. And I'm going to be adding some more nest boxes. I've got like 6 more nest boxes coming tomorrow. So we'll get those, and they're the same nest boxes that I have up there. So we're going to get those going. We'll get them put up. I'm going to be putting up a bunch more throughout the whole aviary. And then what I'm going to do with my society finches, in the past, and I still feel that way, but sometimes you got to do it to the likes of the birds. In these particular cages that I have, I don't have a lot of success breeding the society finches with the nest box hanging off to the side here. Now, this is just my experience. I'm not saying that you have to do this and that all society finches are like this, but they tend to not take the nest boxes as frequently or as willingly. So what we're gonna do, and you guys can, we'll zoom in here, let you guys take a peek of the society. So I've got a dark brown European society finch, and then a light brown. So the light brown is the female, the dark brown is the male. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going and getting some wicker baskets and putting in here. They tend to go to the wicker baskets a little bit easier and quicker than they do the nest boxes. Now, the reason why I don't like the wicker baskets as much, and let's let you guys take a peek of these are my light brown pied societies. Got a male and female. There's the down there. Some of the reasons why I don't love the wicker baskets. One, they're hard to get to. I mean, they got a small enough entrance that if you're wanting to check on babies, it makes it difficult. You can't fit your hand in there now as easy as you could like a nest box when you're lifting up the lid. And then second of all, I've had a lot of finches get their toenails caught in the entrance of the wicker basket or on top, and it snags them and they can't get their toenail undone, and it leads to loss of toenails, broken legs, even death if you don't get in quick enough and see that there's an issue to save the bird. So I don't tend to have that issue as much with the society finches, but I've had that issue a lot with my Goldien finches. And I don't know why it's particularly the Goldien finches. My Goldiens and my shaft tails, they, for some reason, their toenails get caught in them. So I've tried not to put any wicker baskets anywhere that my Goldien finches and shaft tails are. I do have, with the exception of one, which is that basket in there in the tree, and my gray singers seem to be enjoying that right now, so I've left that in there. But so those are the reasons why I typically don't go the wicker basket route. But if that's what the birds prefer and they'll choose that over a nest box, and I'm not having much success with a nest box, then you got to change it up, right? You gotta make sure that you do what the birds want, and then just kind of be extra vigilant and make sure that that you're not getting birds' toes and feet caught in the wicker baskets and having some issues down the road. So we pulled them out, I put my society finches in here. So I've got one pair down there. That's another pair of dark brown societies, Euros. Then I got my light brown pieds, and then my dark brown and light brown pair there. So they all have their own full cage, whereas before I had them split 2 pairs per cage, which that is really, it's crammed. It's not as much space as we'd want. So, and then I do have a trio of dark brown pied society finches here. And you can see I already have a nest or wicker basket in there, and they've gone in and out several times. I did actually, so I have 2 males and a female in there, which I wouldn't recommend doing 2 males and a female, but so far they've been pretty passive and lenient on the female. I would do it the other way around, 1 male and 2 female, just because the males, they're not aggressive, but they're just pushy. They're just annoying. They bug the females too much. So I did actually throw in a couple starfinch eggs in there, and we'll get to that in a little bit, in hopes that maybe they'll take over and start fostering. But I haven't seen them really starting to sit on the eggs, so it may be a lost cause. You have to condition the society finches to be able to foster and sit on eggs, and sometimes it takes a little bit. But so that's kind of what I did with the society finches. Now they have their own cage all the way on the bottom there. The changes that I made with my canary finches. So we've got my red factor pair here. My female, she laid eggs quickly. I candled the eggs today. So 3 of the 4 eggs were fertile. And I've been toying around with the idea, and then I ended up doing it today. So the eggs will probably be hatching, I don't know, probably about 5 days or so. What I did is I took her eggs out. She's still sitting on the nest because I just pulled them out today. And I put her eggs up top with her. So that's my female. She still has not laid any eggs, and I don't know what the dealio is. She's very active. She gets along with the male. I've seen them copulate many times, but I'm not sure why she's not laying the eggs. So I decided to try something. So we put the red factor eggs up in there with her in hopes that she'll hatch them and raise them out. And then here in probably about a week to a week and a half, she will lay again, and then we'll let her sit and raise those out. So we can kick out 2 clutches of hers in a couple weeks. And then, like I had mentioned earlier in a few of my earlier canary videos, I was really nervous that her eggs wouldn't be fertile because that male, he is a pretty old male, and sure enough, none of the eggs were fertile. So I pulled those eggs out. You can see the nest is empty. I pulled those eggs out 2 days ago. So I did give her a chance. So she sat on them for probably a good 9 days. And within 9 days, you should 100% be able to tell if the eggs are fertile or not, see veins and egg development. I mean, half that egg should be full of a developing chick. All 4 were clear. So I pulled those eggs out, and we're gonna give that male one more round to see if maybe we can have some success. I would really like to keep the mosaic bloodlines going, but unfortunately, my genetics and bloodlines have dwindled down to this pair over the years, just with lack of other bloodlines currently in Utah, and I haven't bought any and shipped any in from out of state. So there's plenty in the US, but just not a wide variety or selection here in Utah for a good price too. So so hopefully we can get that going. We'll give him one more chance to breed her. If the eggs come out clear, again, what I will do is I will take this male who does have some mosaic bloodline in him, and I'll put him with her to give her one more chance to raise. If I put him with her and she lays a 3rd clutch that's clear, we'll pull her, we'll kick her out into the aviary, and that will be her season. So those are some of the changes that we did make with the canaries, in hopes that we can still get some production, and we'll see if this female, she's been sitting tight on them ever since I put them in there. So hopefully she'll just be a good foster for me. But okay, so moving on, some of the other changes that we made. We'll come and step in here. So I've been putting nesting material out. You can see my shaft tails. They have been building that nest up like crazy. I'm expecting her to be laying eggs any day now and probably taking the nest. So hopefully we'll get some shaft tail chicks from her. And my Goldian finches and my cutthroats have been kind of jarring over those 2 nest boxes. I think my Goldian finches for the most part have claimed them. But that's why we'll be throwing in a bunch more nest boxes. And we'll probably put a couple up over there as well. And maybe one up here on the back of that wire. Just so that we can have a plethora of nest boxes for the birds to choose from. And then what I did do is, so I have my trio of stars in here, and I had a pair of Goldian finches in there. My female star, she's ready to breed. She was dropping eggs on the ground. So that's why I decided to pull out my Goldian finch pair. So I pulled them out, and I actually just put them in the aviary out in here. And I'm just leaving this space to my stars in hopes that they'll take. So we've got a nest box here, we've got a nest box there, and then we've got a little trio of wicker baskets hidden in the shrubbery there. So hopes is that we'll be able to get some chicks from them and get them going, and that we can get some star production there. So like I said, my one female, she was dropping eggs down there by that nesting material on the ground. So hopefully we'll be able to get them going. And then what I did down here, so you can see my red-headed Amadamias, they've claimed that nest. They've been in and out for the last week and a half. So we've got some. Hopefully they'll breed. We'll see what happens there. I've never attempted to breed the red-headed Amadamias yet, so I'm really hoping that we'll be able to get some egg production there. And then I will be putting a couple more nest boxes here along the wall, because I did throw in my one pair of Goldian finches, which is right here. There's the female, there's the male. They were in one of my white breeding cages, so I have pulled them out, or I have put them in here to breed in hopes that we can maybe hopefully everyone will get along well, and we'll be able to get some production there with eggs. I did get another big nest box just like this one that I'm going to put up right here for my Borks. So my Rubino female, she's there on the left, and then my Rosie male is there on the right, and then my Opaline fallow hen, she has been in the nest box for 2 days straight now. So I'm hoping that the one thing, I have not seen the male pay much attention to her. So I am worried that that they haven't bonded or they haven't paired up. Borks aren't super affectionate, but many times the male will feed the female, especially during breeding season, and they will tend to pay a lot more attention to the females. I have not seen him pay any attention to her. So I am worried that they haven't bonded. She is ready. I mean, she's been sitting in that nest box for a couple days now, and has claimed it as hers. But again, I've never even seen the male go over to that nest box with her. So not quite sure what to think about that yet. Say hi, Mikey. You say hi? So that's what we got going on in here with this group. So zoom in. We've got several, mostly still, I've got a female yellowback and a female redhead greenback golden finch in there with a couple males. They seem to be enjoying each other's company. And then over here we've got mostly we've got our redhead Amadamias, we've got our cutthroat finches, we've got several pairs. We've got, what, 6 shaft tails in here. You can see all the other shaft tails sitting up there. So we will be putting several more nest boxes in there. My silver bill pair right there, they've actually been building a nest in this bush. So if you zoom here, you can see that pile of nesting material there. That's from the silver bills. So I'm not sure what will happen there, and then I do have a pair of golden finches in here. So like I said, we'll have to put several more nest boxes in here, so that we can have more nest boxes than we have pairs. So, and like I said, I've got several coming in that'll be here tomorrow. So I did throw a pair of golden finches in there. We've got my scarlet-breasted grass keats. We've got my parrot finches. The parrot finches haven't done a whole lot. They do like to play down here in the bush that I have for them. Let's open this up a little bit. Got them. We've got my male golden. There's my female. Down here in the corner is one of my parrot finches. Oh, one of my females just flew out. We'll have to grab here. But anyway, so that's what we got going on in there with them. Hopefully we can have some good production from these guys this year. Really hoping for that. Good view of them. That male is just beautiful. Super, super pretty boy. That is for sure. So close up this door. And then up here, my golden finches, they have taken the nest. They've laid eggs in there. My hen's in there sitting right now on the eggs. The male has become pretty pushy. He typically doesn't let the star finches anywhere near the nest box in there. So I've actually toyed with the idea of pulling the star finches out, and let's see if we can get us a good view here. Pulling the star finches out and putting them in a different cage for them to breed. I think the females are ready to breed, but the golden finches have taken over that nest box, and it seems to be the popular one. So we'll see what happens there. Not sure what we're gonna do with the stars, and hope that we can get a place for them to breed. So those are kind of the updates that we've got going on here, guys. Hopefully, like I said, we'll get some good production going with the birds. We'll be able to get some breeding going. All of my cutthroats and shaft tails, they've all been building pretty solid nests, and all of these with the nesting material that we've been putting out for them. They love the greenery. They sit there and pick at it and play with it all day long. So got some really good birds, just beautiful. Got my lone male red factor canary there. He's the only one that I have in here that's not breeding for me. But hope you guys enjoyed that. Drop some comments down below. Like I did say, and I have mentioned in my previous couple videos, I will be doing some videos specifically on the species, on how to breed golden finches, how to breed shaft tails, cutthroats, all of that. So be on the lookout for that, guys. And that should be coming down here in the next week or two. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.